drinks, the snacks. I'll be good enough to get that shortly, I'm sure. I fed them dinner like at 4:30.
All right, welcome back to the tip-off of tonight's contest. Johnson and Fraser are lined up in center court to attempt the jump ball. Johnson wins. Nate Kabuski with the ball, kicks it to Salvatore. Salvatore drives in the corner, guarded by Fraser. Kicks it to Johnson. Johnson to Napper in the corner. Corner on the Napper on the wing. Napper drives with the floater, and that's no good off the right side of the rim, but Luculo comes up with a rebound, kicks it out to Kabuski. Kabuski back to Salvatore up top. Salvatore pitches it to Johnson, who pitches it back to Kabuski, who drives. Kabuski with the shot, and that's no good off the backboard. As number 23, McKee, comes down with that. Shot by the Knights, rebounded by Kabuski, who gets it up to Salvatore. Salvatore drives, and the shot is no good by Ty Salvatore as the ball goes out of bounds, and Mount Pleasant will obtain possession. Salvatore with the ball. Guarded by Fraser. Kicks it out to Napper on the wing. Kicks it to Johnson up top. Johnson drives with the shot, and he is fouled and won by Jacob Johnson. He's fouled by number 15, Schrakengost. Johnson good on his free throw there and converts on his and one. Knock with the ball now. Number 45, Sanks with it in the corner, gets it back as he drives. Kicks it to Schneid. Fraser with it, kicks it back to Sanks. McKee's doing no good on the shot there, but it doesn't matter because Knott comes up with a rebound and puts it in for two. Ty Salvatore with the ball now, kicks it to Sam Napper. Sam Napper drives baseline, puts up a floater, and no good off the side of the backboard there. As Sanks goes the other way with it. Sanks stopped. Inside, pulls up for three, and that's good by Sanks for three. A harmless point into the student section there by Sanks. And a travel by Nate Kabuski, turning the ball over as Knock will obtain possession there. Fraser inbounds. Gets it to Scheid. Scheid back to Sanks. Back to Schrakengost. Schrakengost guarded by Kabuski. Kicks it to McKee. He gives it to and Schrakengost, good for two there, as Ty Salvatore brings the ball down for Mount Pleasant. Salvatore into Luculo, who kicks it into Johnson, who's fouled hard underneath. Sending Johnson to the line for two free throws. That'll be Schrakengost, second foul of the game, team second. And Johnson's no good on the first. Johnson to attempt his second free throw here. And once again, no good off the back of the rim by Johnson. 0 for 2 on those free throw attempts. Up to Bajusic, and he's good for two there. putting the Knock Knights up 9-3 over your Mount Pleasant area Vikings. Sam Napper with the ball now on the wing, kicks it to Johnson up top. Back to Kabuski on the wing, and to Ty Salvatore in the corner. Guarded by Bajusic, and Salvatore drives, and that floater by Ty Salvatore is good, cutting the lead to only 4 of the Knights. Fraser with the shot there, and that is good for 2 once again. Salvatore with it, kicks it up to Nate Kabuski, who kicks it inside to Laculo. Laculo backing him down there, kicks it back out to Salvatore, who drives, who kicks it out to Johnson. And that'll be a foul. On Bajusic of the Knights. Lucas Tui subs into the game for Mount Pleasant as he sends Nate Kabuski to the bench. That'll be Bajusic's first foul, team's 3rd of the half. Johnson inbounds, gets it into Salvatore, who kicks it to Tui. Back to Johnson in the corner as Johnson drives. And no good off the back of the rim by Johnson, but doesn't matter because Mount Pleasant comes up the rebound as Sam Napper has the ball up top. Sam Napper kicks it to Johnson on the wing. Johnson, guarded by Fraser, gets it to Tui. Back to Salvatore. Napper on the wing, guarded by Sanks. Johnson with it now, kicks it to Salvatore. Back to Tui once again. Tui kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson for 3. No good off the side of the rim there by Johnson as Sanks comes down with the rebound. Sanks with it. Gets it to Scheid. Scheid guarded by Salvatore. Kicks it to Bajusic. Back to Scheid. Over to Sanks. Sanks gets it up to Fraser. Who kicks it out to Scheid again. And McKee inside for 2 there. Bring the lead up to 8 for the Knock Knights as Napper has the ball here on the wing. Napper kicks it to Tui. Tui back to Napper. Ty Salvatore in the corner, guarded by Bajusic. Who gets it back to Napper. Johnson with it now as he drives, but he tries to kick it out to Lucas Tui, but turns the ball over as Knock will regain possession here. 6'6" sophomore forward Jonas King subs in the game for the Mount Pleasant area Vikings, sending Sam Napper to the bench. Double dribble there by Bajusic, number 1 of the Knock Knights. All right, Katie, we're going to take some time here to mention that seems like Mount Pleasant hasn't been making too many foul shots early in the game, and they still don't seem to be driving the lane as much. Why do you think they're not very confident in their game here?
Mount Pleasant seems a little intimidated by Knock's defense. Driving is a little slow here to start off the game here against Knock.
Thank you, Katie. All right, Johnson to inbound for the Vikings. Gets it into Jonas King, who gets it out to Ty Salvatore. Back to Johnson in the corner. Back up to Ty Salvatore on the wing, guarded by Bajusic. Salvatore here, guarded hard. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Knock will obtain possession here. Friendly banter coming out of the Mount Pleasant area student section, who's dressed in red, white, and blue tonight. Very patriotic. I'd also like to mention that the band is here for this game. The percussionist, it looks like. A lot of drums here. All right. Number 33, Schneid up top. Kicks to Bajusic, back to Schneid. Schneid up top with a shot. No good. But Fraser comes down with the rebound. And Ryan Lang with the shot there. Johnson with the ball now. Salvatore with the ball now in the corner, guarded by Bajusic. Kicks it into Jonas King. But Jonas King cannot come up with the ball there. Seems to be slipping through his fingers a little bit. Knock will regain possession here. Scheid with the ball here. Kicks it over to Lang and kicks it back to Fraser. Back to Schneid up top. Fraser with the ball now on the wing, guarded by Tui. Lang with another shot here, but that's no good off the side of the rim as Johnson comes down with the rebound. Johnson with it now. Guarded by Fraser. Kicks it to Tui. Tui drives, floater, no good by Lucas Tui there as Fraser comes up with the rebound. Fast break, 2-on-1 here. And Fraser no good on the layup. Doesn't matter though because Knock comes back up with the rebound and number 23, McKee with the shot there, no good. As Mount Pleasant goes the other way with it, Johnson with it now. Kicks it to Salvatore, 53 seconds left in the first quarter of this contest as the Knock Knights lead the Mount Pleasant area Vikings 16-5. Johnson with the drive there, he's blocked and that's no good, but Jonas King almost comes up with the rebound. But Knock will be going the other way with it as Schneid has it here. He drives, kicks it out to Bajusic, who kicks it over to Lang, and no good off the front of the rim by Lang, but he gets his own rebound. Hustle play there by Lang. Scheid with it here, Fraser with the shot. And that's no good as Johnson comes down with yet again another rebound. Johnson kicks it up to Lucas Tui. Luke Brander with the ball now, gets it to Jonas King. A travel there called. Not too sure about that one, a little bit questionable, but we'll roll with it. Sam Napper and Nate Kabuski subbing the game for Mount Pleasant, as well as Schragengost subbing in for the Knock Knights.
I'm used to that name. That was a name for my team.
Fraser with it, kicks it over to McKee, gets it back up to Scheid. Sanks with it. Sanks with it again, once again on the wing. Sanks with the shot, no good off the back of the rim. Brander comes up with the rebound, and that will be the end of the first quarter as your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Knock Knights 16-15. I'd like to take the time to acknowledge that the Mount Pleasant area cheerleaders will be performing right now.
So they just stand there.
All right, spectacular performance there by the Mount Pleasant area cheerleaders. All right, Hannah, it seems to be a lot of rebounds defensively by the Vikings, but we seem to be missing a lot of easy layups there. And we're not very aggressive under the hoop. Why do you think the Mount Pleasant area Vikings are kind of lacking some aggression and some initiative tonight?
I think with Knock and Mount Pleasant being pretty close with their records last season and them just having a win against Southmoreland not too long ago, they're getting a little nervous with how tonight's going to go.
All right, thank you, Hannah. As we kick off this second quarter of the matchup, Schneid has the ball here. Schneid with it, kicks it over to Schragengost. Sanks with it now in the corner. Back up to Bajusic. Now Schneid. Inside. Lazinger. Sanks with the shot there. No good off the front of the rim as Johnson almost comes up the rebound, but Schneid ends up with it. Schneid kicks it out to Schragengost. Schragengost no good on his shot there as he travels. Ty Salvatore inbounds to Johnson, who just hands it right back to Ty Salvatore there. Salvatore guarded by Schneid. Kicks it over to Kabuski, who's guarded by Sanks. Kicks it inside to Johnson. Back out to Salvatore. Salvatore to Johnson on the wing. Johnson called for traveling there. Not too sure about that one there. A little bit of a mix-up there by the Mount Pleasant area cheerleaders. Sanks with the ball in the corner, kicks it up to Schragengost, who gets it to Schneid. Schneid with the shot there. Schragengost, that is, my bad. But Kowalski comes up with the rebound there. He's guarded by Sanks. Salvatore kicks it to Sam Napper up top. Sam Napper drives. Johnson now kicks it to Luculo. Kowalski with the shot there, and that's good for 3 by Nate Kowalski. Cutting the lead to only 8 of the Knights. Schneid with it, kicks it to Sanks, back to Schneid. Kicks it over to Schragengost, inside to Lazinger. Schneid with it now. Schragengost into Lazinger. Back at the Schneid. Sanks with the shot here. And Sanks good for 3. Bringing the lead to 11 for the Knights as Johnson kicks it to Sam Napper. Back to Johnson. Up top to Ty Salvatore, who's guarded by Schneid. Salvatore with the ball still. Kicks it up to Nate Kowalski. Kowalski to Sam Napper. Ooh, and stolen by Sanks. Gets it up to Schragengost, and that's an and one for Schragengost. He'll be heading to the line for 1 free throw here, folks. That'll be Johnson's first foul of the game, the team's first of the half. Schragengost good on his free throw attempt there. As Lang subs back into the game for the Knights. Sending Schneid to the bench. Salvatore with the ball now. With 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this first half, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Knock Knights 22-8. Kowalski with the ball now. He seems to be trapped on the wing. And that'll be a timeout called by head coach Alan Belinsky of the Mount Pleasant area Vikings.
We would like to acknowledge the senior high for the great turnout for today's dodgeball tournament. The proceeds go to the MP Cares organization, which donates money to junior or senior high families in need.
Wonderful, Katie. Mount Pleasant area's band seems to be playing a little bit of a Baby Shark here. Splendid performance by the Mount Pleasant area Vikings marching band, the Tower of Power. The percussion section, that is, obviously. I'd like to give a shout out to Martin on the trombone there. What a wonderful guy. Donating his time to us here for this matchup. Johnson with the ball now, drives baseline. And he turns the ball over as the ball goes out of bounds. And Schragengost will inbound for the Knights. Stolen by Nate Kowalski. He's on the ground there. Gets it to Ty Salvatore, who's guarded by Lang. Nate Kowalski with the shot. That's no good off the back of the rim. But Johnson comes up with the rebound. Drives baseline, kicks it to Kowalski, who kicks it out to Salvatore. Salvatore with the 3, and that's no good off the back of the rim once again by the Mount Pleasant area Vikings. Sanks with the ball. Ooh, turnover there. Stolen by Sam Napper. Nate Kowalski on the fast break here. And easy money. Nate Kowalski there on the layup, cutting the lead to only 12. Schragengost now with the ball. Kicks it back to Lang. Lang with the ball now, guarded by Salvatore. Fraser kicks it to Schragengost. He kicks it to Sanks. Sanks with it. Kicks it to Lang. Salvatore with the Salvatore guarding here. Sanks with the ball, guarded by Napper. Sanks with the shot, and that's no good off the front of the rim by Sanks as Sam Napper comes down with the rebound. Sam Napper kicks it to Johnson. Johnson drives. Oh, tries to get it inside to Luculo, but the ball's knocked out of bounds by number 20, Ryan Lang of the Knock Knights. Mount Pleasant will regain possession here as Johnson inbounds. Salvatore with the ball now, kicks it to Kowalski. Kowalski back to Johnson in the corner. Johnson drives. And a travel called on Johnson there. Yet again, another questionable travel call on the Vikings. Thicker glasses maybe in the future for some of these refs. Lang with the ball now, turns it over as Zach Wakula comes up with the steal. Johnson with the ball now, kicks it to Salvatore up top. Salvatore, guarded by Schneid. Johnson kicks it to Sam Napper up top. Back to Salvatore, and the ball heads out of bounds. But the ball was tipped by a Knights player, and Mount Pleasant will regain possession here. Number 30, freshman Jacob Bungard subs in for the Mount Pleasant area Vikings. Johnson with the ball here. Johnson kicks it to Laculo. Laculo drives. Laculo back out to Kowalski. Ty Salvatore up top. Kicks it to Johnson. Johnson in the corner, guarded by Fraser. Jake Bungard here with the ball. Kicks it to Johnson yet again. Johnson drives. Kicks it out to Salvatore. Salvatore with the shot. And Salvatore's good for 3 there. Putting the lead to only 9. Schragengoss with the ball here. Gets it to Fraser, back to Schragengoss, who shoots a 3, and that's no good off the side of the rim by Schragengoss. And I almost got to touch the ball there, but not quite, as Nate Kowalski goes the other way with it. Johnson with the shot, and that's blocked hard underneath. Mount Pleasant will have possession here. Johnson to inbound, gets it into Salvatore. Salvatore drives, loses the ball underneath, and Knock will go the other way with it. Fraser inbounds to Schneid. Fraser back with it. Trapped here on the corner. Gets it over to Bajusic. Bajusic out to McKee. McKee to Sanks. Back to Schneid. Fraser with it. Fraser to McKee. McKee to Bajusic. Back to Sanks. Gets it over to McKee. Fraser back with it up top. And another travel called here, as Lucas Tui subs in the game, as well as Jonas King, sending Ty Salvatore and Zach Wakula to the bench. Timeout called once again. With 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in this first half, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Knock Knights 22-13. We would like to take the time right now to congratulate our December Student of the Month, Kayla Moninger. Kayla is a member of the soccer and track teams and is also a member of the National Honor Society here. Congratulations, Kayla. You're a wonderful human being. Splendid times talking to Kayla Moninger. Wonderful girl. We are MP, says the Mount Pleasant area Viking cheerleaders. Very encouraging. I'm glad that we got the clarification that we are MP. Kowalski to inbound for the Vikings. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Fraser. Jonas King with the screen as Johnson tries to kick it into him, but it's deflected. Tui with the ball now. Kicks it to Kowalski. Kowalski out to Bungard. Bungard with the shot, and Bungard no good off the side of the rim there. Lang with the ball. Stolen by Johnson. Kowalski with the shot there, and that's no good as Schneid comes up with the rebound, and he's fouled by Johnson there. That'll be Johnson's second foul and the team's second foul. Fraser to inbound for the Knights. Gets it into Schneid. Guarded by Bungard. Kicks it out to McKee. McKee back to Schneid. Schneid inside to McKee. Out to Sanks. And yet again, another travel called. You know, if the Knock Knights planned on traveling this much, they may as well have just stayed on the bus. Kowalski inbounds, gets to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Fraser. A tackle there by number 2 Fraser. Great form there, taking Jonas King to the ground. Wrong sport there. Not sure what he was thinking. Ooh. Johnson falls hard to the court as he gets it to Kowalski. He's guarded by Sanks. Back to Johnson. Back to Kowalski up top. Kowalski attempts to drive and is fouled. That'll be Sanks' first foul of the game, Knock's 5th of the half. Johnson to inbound for the Vikings here. With 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the first half, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Knock Knights 22-13. Shot good there by Sanks. As Ty Salvatore brings the ball down from Mount Pleasant. Gets it to Lucas Tui. Lucas Tui trapped in the corner. Doesn't look too good right here. And timeout called by head coach Alan Belinsky. Minute 15 seconds left in the first half. Mount Pleasant trails the Knock Knights 24-13. It seems that the Knock Knights are kind of just letting the Vikings, hang along with them here. Can't seem to pull away with a demanding lead as they only lead the Mount Pleasant area Vikings 11, Katie, what do you think about that?
I think so far the second quarter is going very well. Still trailing by 11 points here. And we would like to give a special shout out to the Mount Pleasant faculty who is currently participating in the 12 Days of Jeans. They raised over $850 for the MP Cares organization, which donates gifts of money to families in need in our district.
What a wonderful cause there, Catherine. I'd like to take a second here to acknowledge the Mount Pleasant area Viking cheerleaders as they just did some flips and stuff. Pretty impressive. Couldn't do that myself, despite the fact that I'm a very agile guy. Johnson with the ball here, guarded by Fraser. Screen by Jonas King. Johnson out to Tui. Tui to Jake Bungard in the corner. Bungard with the fake there. Gets it to Lucas Tui, who shoots a 3 from the corner, and that's no good. An air ball by Lucas Tui. Sanks at the ball here. Kicks it to Schneid. 51 seconds left in the first half. Schneid still with it. Kicks it to McKee. McKee over to Schragengost. Kicks it back to Schneid. Sanks up top. He attempts a 3 here, and that's no good once again. Hard foul by number 2 Fraser of the Knights. Bajusic subs in the game for Knock, sending Schragengost to the bench. That foul will be on Fraser. That'll be his second, team 6th of the half. As Johnson takes it down for the Vikings with 36 seconds left, Mount Pleasant trails Knox 24-13. Johnson with the ball here. Kicks it out to Ty Salvatore. Back to Johnson, over to Bungard. Bungard kicks it to Salvatore up top. Back to Johnson yet again. Back up to Salvatore. Over to Jonas King. Salvatore with it up top with 15 seconds left. Jank Bungard with it now. Kicks it back to Salvatore. Back to Bungard. Gets it to Johnson in the corner. Johnson for 3. And that's good by Johnson for 3 there. Cutting the lead to only 8. 5, 4, 3, 2. And got the shot off there, but that's no good off the side of the rim by Bajusik. And at the end of the first half, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Knox Knights 24-16. I'd like to take a second here to talk to head coach Alan Belinsky of the Vikings. All right, coach. You guys are still in this. Definitely not out. Can't count y'all out. It seems like their defense is a little bit of trouble for you. What do you think about that?
Their defense is trouble. They're doing very well. They're a good, strong basketball team.
What do you think you guys need to work upon to win this game? Come out with a dub.
All the small things got to get done right. The small things done right, big things are easier to do.
All right, wise words by Alan Belinsky there. Sorry about that, folks. I may have forgotten to turn on the microphone there, but an amazing performance by the Mount Pleasant area percussion of the band. Great playing. I'll get him next time. I requested to play something cool, so. All right, Something Cool by the Percussionist. Welcome back to the action at Mount Pleasant Area High School as the Knock Knights lead the Mount Pleasant Area Vikings 24-16. All right, Johnson with the ball here. Johnson kicks it to Salvatore. Sam Napper with the ball here, kicks it to Kubuski, who's guarded by Sanks. Gets it to Johnson. Back to Napper on the corner. Up to Laculo. Laculo drives. And that's a foul by number 23, McKee of the Knights. Johnson to inbound here for the Vikings. Gets it into Napper. A little bit of a football throw there. Salvatore with the ball here. Guarded by Fraser. Salvatore drives, kicks it to Laculo in the corner, who's guarded by McKee. Laculo to Napper. Napper to Johnson here, who's guarded by Schragengost. Gets it back to Laculo in the corner. Up to Kubuski on the wing. Kubuski gets the ball stolen by Sanks as he tries to get it in there to Laculo. Sanks going the other way. Gets it up to Schneid. Back to Schragengost. In the corner to McKee, back to Schragengost. Over to Schneid, back to Sanks, back to Schneid again. Over to Schragengost. Inside to McKee, who kicks it up to Schneid, who shoots a three there, and that's good by Schneid on the three. Pushing the lead to 11 points. Johnson with the ball here, guarded by Schragengost. Screen by Ty Salvatore there as Johnson drives, kicks it out to Sam Napper, who attempts to kick it in the corner to Nate Kubuski. Sanks with the deflection there, but Mount Pleasant will regain possession once again. Johnson with the ball, inbounding. Gets it into Salvatore. Salvatore guarded by Fraser. Over to Napper. Napper kicks to Johnson. Into Nate Kubuski. Nate Kubuski uses his body there. And a travel called yet again on the Vikings. All I have to say there is glasses, contacts, any vision enhancer could have been used there. McKee inside blocked, but Schneid comes up with the rebound. Misses his shot. Nate with the bound. Kicks it up to Salvatore. Johnson with the ball up top. Johnson over to Laculo. Laculo with the drive. And there's a foul, as Laculo will head to the line for 2 shots. That'll be McKee's second foul of the game, team's second of the half. Laculo no good on his first attempt. And Laculo no good yet again off the back of the rim as Sanks comes up with the rebound here. Ball deflected a little bit, but McKee comes up with it. Back to Sanks. Kicks it over to Schragengost. Back to Sanks yet again. Schragengost. Over to Schneid. Up top. Guarded by Sam Napper. Sanks with it now on the wing. Back over to Schneid. Over to Sanks yet again and pulls up for 3 there. No good. Rolls off the rim. As Kubuski lets it go out of bounds there. Mount Pleasant will obtain possession here. Salvatore to inbound for the Vikings. Johnson with it. Back to Salvatore. Johnson with the shot. Perfect form there as Johnson sinks the mid-range jumper, cutting the lead to only 9. Schneid with the ball here, kicks it to Sanks. Sanks on the wing. Sanks back to Schneid, who kicks it inside to Schragengost, who is fouled by number 1, Zach Laculo. That'll be Lakula's first foul of the game. Team's first of the half as Schragengost misses the first attempt here. And yet again, Schragengost no good on his free throw there. Johnson comes up with the rebound, kicks it to Kubuski. Kubuski up top. Kicks it over to Sam Napper. Johnson driving. And Johnson's no good off the side of the rim there on his shot attempt. As Schragengost comes up with it. And yet again, another travel called. That is, I believe, the 7th travel called in this game. Maybe instead of not getting on a bus here, maybe the ref should, since they want to call travels so much. Salvatore with the ball here. Kicks it over to Kubuski. Ty Salvatore is fouled away from the ball there by Schragengost. That'll be his third of the game, team's third of the half, as 6'6" freshman Luke Brander checks in for the Vikings, as well as freshman Jake Bungard. Young lineup in here. 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and a junior. As Johnson inbounds to Kubuski. Johnson gets the ball back, and there's a 3 attempt. No good off the back of the rim by Johnson, and Schragengost comes down with the rebound. But Luke Brander comes up with the steal, gets it to Johnson. Ooh, I scratched that. Kubuski, then Johnson, and Ty Salvatore with the 3. No good off the back of the rim as Bungard comes down with the rebound. And the ball comes flying over towards me as a wonderful lady catches the ball there. Good hands. Johnson to inbound for the Vikings. Gets it to Salvatore, who's guarded by Bajusik. Nate with the ball here. No good on his mid-range as Sangs comes down with the rebound. Lang with the ball here, guarded by Bungard. Gets it to Sanks, back up to Lang. Lang with it up top. Kicks it to Fraser, back up to Lang. Lang back to Fraser yet again. Back to Lang. Kicks it inside to Fraser, back up to Lang. Over to Bajusik. Bajusik drives, kicks it to Fraser, who pump fakes. Drives, picks up his dribble. Trapped underneath. Gets it out to Sanks. Up top to Lang, and he's good on the 3 there. With 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in the third quarter of this matchup, the Knock Knights lead the Mount Pleasant area Vikings 30-18. As Ty Salvatore tries to drive there, and the ball goes out of bounds, but Mount Pleasant will retain possession. Johnson to inbound here for the Vikings. Gets it out to Ty Salvatore, guarded by Bajusik. Gets it into Brander. Brander backing down McKee. Foul on Brander there. That'll be his first of the game, team's second of the half. As Jonas King subs in for the Vikings, sending Johnson to the bench for the first time in this matchup. Schneid kicks it to McKee, back to Schneid. Schneid with the ball here, kicks it into McKee underneath, who's wide open there, and he's good for 2. Ty Salvatore with the ball here, all alone, guarded by Bajusik. And a timeout is called by head coach Alan Belinsky of the Vikings.
We would like to mention that the December issue of the Mount Pleasant Area Symbol is published and available in your English classroom. Start the year off right and pick up a copy when you get back from Christmas break.
Wonderful, Hannah. Kowalski gets it into Salvatore, who's guarded by Bajusic. Salvatore to Kowalski. Kowalski back to Salvatore. Gets it right back to Kowalski there, guarded by Bajusic. Gets it back to Salvatore. Bungered up top, guarded by Lang. Back to Kowalski as he drives. Kicks it over to Ty Salvatore, guarded by Schneid. Salvatore picks up his dribble there. Tries to get into Brander. Foul by McKee there. That'll be McKee's third foul of the game, team's fourth of the half. As McKee heads to the bench, number 15, Schragengost, checks in for the Knights. Johnson inbounds to Kowalski, guarded by Schneid. Kowalski kicks it to Johnson. Johnson drives, and Johnson no good on that finish there. Schneid with the ball, kicks it up to Lang. Lang with the shot, and that's good. Let's see if he can convert on this and one attempt. That'll be Bungered's first foul of the game, the team's third of the half. As Lang heads to the line for one free throw attempt here, and a chance to convert on an and one. And he's no good off the side of the rim, but Fraser comes up with the rebound and blocked hard by Luke Brander underneath. Johnson gets the rebound and kicks it up to Nate Kowalski, who kicks it right back to Johnson. Johnson driving, kicks it out to Bungerd with the shot, and that's good by Jake Bungerd on the wing. Impressive shot by the freshman as Mount Pleasant cuts the lead to 13. Fraser with the ball, kicks it to Schragengost, who gets it out to Lang, back to Schragengost, back to Fraser, who attempts a three there, and that's no good off the rim. But it doesn't matter because Schragengost comes up with the rebound. But Bajusic kicks it out to Lang, Lang back up to Schneid, and Schneid with the three attempt and no good yet again. But Jonas King comes down with the rebound, kicks it to Kowalski, over to Johnson. And the ball stolen by Fraser. Kicks it to Lang. Lang with the layup. Good there. Kowalski with the ball here. Guarded by Schneid. With 50 seconds left in this third period, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Knock Knights 36-21. Nate Kowalski with the ball there. Deflected out of bounds by number 1 Bajusic. And Mount Pleasant will regain possession. Now, Katie and Hannah, seems to be a lot of defense here, not a lot of offense by either team. What do you think about that? Why do you think there seems to be a lack of made shots?
I think the Vikings are a little intimidated by the Knights here going into the end of the third quarter. What do you think, Hannah?
I agree. I think they're getting a little nervous with the score continuing to climb for Knock.
Thank you, ladies. I deeply value all of your opinions here. With 12 seconds left in the third period, Knock leads Mount Pleasant 36-21. Bajusic with the ball, kicks it to Lang. Lang with the shot attempt, and that's no good off the side of the rim. Ball goes out of bounds, and Mount Pleasant will regain possession with 9/10 of a second. A lot of time. An almost made half-court shot there by Johnson. Very impressive. Knock cheerleaders head out for a performance. Wonderful performance there. I'll kick it over to the band. Short performance. A big shout out to Carter Salopek in the student section. Yet again, harmless, friendly banter coming from the Mount Pleasant area student section at all times. No negativity. Schneid with the ball here. Kicks over to Lang, back to Schneid, back to Lang once again. Inside to Fraser. Back up to Schneid, kicks to Bajusik. Inside, Fraser, good on the layup there. Pushing the lead to 17. Johnson with the ball here, guarded by Fraser. Just over to Salvatore. Kowalski now with it, guarded by Lang. Luculo here, driving. Johnson with it, back to Salvatore, guarded by Schneid. Salvatore drives. Salvatore fouled by number 33, Schneid. That'll be his first of the game, team's 5th of the half. Johnson with it, gets it into Brander. Brander backing him down, and there's 2 for Brander, cutting the lead to 15. Bajusik with the 3, and that's good for Bajusik. Not coming right back with a shot there. Salvatore with the ball, gets to Kowalski. Out to Luculo. Luculo fouled yet again by Bajusik. That'll be his 2nd of the game, team's 6th of the half. As Schragengost heads to the bench, number 55, Lazinger, subs in for Knock. Salvatore with the ball here. 6 minutes, 44 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Luculo with the ball, guarded by Bajusik. Luculo over to Brander. Brander kicks it over to Salvatore. Johnson with it, drives. And Johnson, good on the shot. That's an and 1 for Johnson. Let's see if he can connect on this free throw. With 6 minutes and 26 seconds left in this contest, Mount Pleasant trails Knock 41-25. And Mount Pleasant will be in the bonus. For those of you who do not know what that means, for every foul committed by Knock, Mount Pleasant will head to the line for 1 of 1 for free throws. Johnson no good on his free throw attempt there. Ball heads the other way. Schneid with it here. Schneid with it. Kicks it over to Lang. Bajusik in the corner. Shoots a 3, no good. Lazinger with the rebound. Big boy puts it back up. No good, but he's fouled there. Ooh. Actually, that would be a foul on Lazinger. That'll be his 2nd of the game. Team's 8th of the half. Salvatore with the ball here. Gets it to Kowalski. Over to Luculo. Luculo drives. Yet again, another travel called on Mount Pleasant. And the ball will be heading the other way. Sanks checks in here for the Knock Knights. Sending Bajusik to the bench. Jake Bungard subs in for the Vikings, sending Luculo to the bench. Schneid with the ball here, guarded by Johnson. Kicks it over to Lang. Lang back to Schneid. Schneid kicks it over to Sanks. Back to Schneid up top. guarded by Ty Salvatore. Lang, Schneid, back to Lang. Inside to Lazinger. Kicks it back out to Schneid. Sanks with it up top. Sanks with it up top yet again. Kicks it over to Schneid. Guarded by Salvatore. Fraser with the shot there. No good. Lazinger gets the rebound though. Kicks it right back out. Schneid with the ball now up top. Lang with the ball. Kicks it to Lazinger up top. Back over to Fraser. Guarded by Luke Brander. Sanks with it now. Back out to Lazinger. Sanks with it. Guarded by Kowalski. Fraser up top. Kicks it over to Schneid. And yet again, another travel call. Salvatore with the ball now. Bungard with the ball, guarded by Sanks, kicks it out to Kowalski, who's guarded by Lang. Salvatore here with the ball. Salvatore kicks it to Johnson. Johnson drives, and Johnson no good on the layup there, but Bungard comes up with the rebound, and he puts it back up for 2. That's Bungard's 5th point of this contest. If you're just tuning in with us, folks, with 3 minutes and 57 seconds left, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Knock Knights 41-27. As Nate Kowalski comes up with a steal there. Kicks it to Salvatore. Salvatore with a shot, no good off the side of the rim. As Fraser takes it the other way. Fraser gets it to Schneid. Very assertive white call there by the ref. I'm not sure why he's yelling. It's not that loud in here. Mount Pleasant will obtain possession. Johnson to inbound. The referees seem to be a little on edge here. Maybe they're a little bit irritable because of all the traveling they've been doing on the holiday season. Ty Salvatore with the move there. Lays it in for 2. Schneid with the ball here. Gets it to Fraser. That'll be Jake Bungard's 2nd foul of the game. Team's 4th of the half. Mount Pleasant trails by 12 here. As Fraser is good for 2 there. Pushing the lead to 14. Johnson over to Salvatore. Kowalski here with it. Kicks it back to Johnson. Gets it over to Salvatore. And the ball stolen by Knock as Lang takes the other way, and Lang's good for 2. Timeout called here. With 3 minutes left in this contest, Mount Pleasant trails Knock 45-29 as Knock's cheerleaders will head to center court for a little performance here. Yet again, we would like to give a shout out to the student section who's dressed in red, white, and blue tonight. Very patriotic. Very nice. Beautiful performance there by the Lady Knights. All right, Johnson with the ball here. Kicks it to Salvatore in the corner. It's guarded by McKee. Kicks it over to a wide open Nate Kubuski, who shoots a shot, but it's blocked. And he is fouled in the corner there, and that will send him to the line for 3 free throws. That'll be Schrakengost, 4th foul of the contest, team's 9th. Kubuski good on the first. Mount Pleasant trailing by 15 now. No good on the second one there. Don't sweat it, Nate. Kubuski no good off the front of the rim on his 3rd free throw attempt as Lang takes it the other way. Lang with it here. Lang kicks it to Bajusik. Back up to Lang. Sanks with it now, guarded by Kubuski. Foul yet again on freshman Jake Bungard. That'll be his 3rd, I believe. Team's 4th of the half. 5th, excuse me. Sanks with the ball here. Kicks it to Lang. Lang to Fraser. If you're just tuning in with us, folks, with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this contest, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Knock Knights 45-30. Shot missed there by Fraser, but he gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and is fouled by 00 Jonas King. Fraser heads to the line for a set of free throws here. That'll be Jonas King's 1st foul of the contest. Team's 6th. Sinks the first one. Schrakengost checks in for the Knights, sending Sanks to the bench. Yet again, good on the free throw there. Timeout called here. With 2 minutes and 3 seconds left, Mount Pleasant trails Knock 47-30. Yet again, I'd like to give a big shout out to the band and the cheerleaders for being here tonight, giving up their free time and the beginning of their Christmas break to come out and support the Mount Pleasant Vikings. Thanks, guys. Thank you, ladies, for the clarification that we are MPA. Salvatore inbounds to Johnson, back to Salvatore, and back to Johnson. Back to Salvatore. Johnson. Bungard with the ball here. He's trapped. Gets it to Johnson. Back to Kubuski. Kubuski drives. Kicks it out to Salvatore. He drives. Salvatore blocked hard, but Nate Kubuski comes up with the rebound. Bajusik with the foul there. That'll be his 3rd. Team's 10th. Sending Mount Pleasant into the double bonus here. Sanks subs in for Knock. Sending Schrakengost to the bench. Kubuski at the line, shooting 2. No good off the back of the rim on the first. quick lineup change here for Knock as Schregengoss checks back in, sending Bajusik to the bench. And Kobuski no good yet again on his free throw. Kobuski 1 of 5 thus far in his free throw attempts, as Lang heads the other way, doing a penguin slide on the court. Sanks with the ball now up top, gets it back to Lang. Lang with the ball, kicks it out to McKee, up to Fraser. Back to Lang. Lang over to Fraser yet again. Back to Lang. Lang kicks it to Schregengoss. He drives, kicks it back over to Fraser. Into McKee in the corner. Back up to Lang. If you're just tuning in with us, with a minute left in the contest, Mount Pleasant trails Knock 47-30. Lang kicks it to Schregengoss. Foul there by Nate Kobuski. Sending Lang to the line for 1-and-1. Big lineup change here for the Vikings. McKee with the ball. Donovan Bear with the foul there. 24 seconds left in the contest. Mount Pleasant trails the Knock Knights 47-30. That'll be Donovan Bear's first foul of the contest. Team's 8th. Sending Lang to the line for 1-and-1 here. Lang good on the first. Earns him a second chance at the line here, pushing their lead to 18. Lang good on his second attempt, pushing the lead to 19. Lucas Tui has the other way. Trevor Mason with it now. Kicks to the Sam Napper, who's fouled by Tristani. A message from the student section here. Follow our boy Ty on Twitter and Instagram. Sam Napper to attempt a pair of free throws here. And misses yet again. 16 seconds left. Lang with the ball here. Five seconds left. Knock will run out the clock here. And at the end of this contest, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings fall to the Knock Knights 49-30. All right, I'm going to have a couple of words with head coach Alan Belinsky yet again. So, Coach, despite the loss, how do you feel about your players progressing through the season here?
We are slowly but surely getting better. We have a lot more room to grow, obviously. Learning how to finish, learning how to during time to actually go and score and do things during crunch time. We're not there just yet, Alex, but we're getting better slowly but surely.
Now, I know this usually doesn't determine the game, but how do you think all the fouls called by the refs there affected the outcome?
There weren't that many fouls called, Alex, so therefore on us at least. But that doesn't help. We were actually shot 2 for 11 from the foul line, so that we didn't help ourselves out with the fouls.
Wise words yet again from Coach Belinsky as he heads to the locker room. And we will take a break here before the second game of the night gets underway between the Bell Vernon Leopards and the Lady Vikes.